Hello everyone, this is H to the Husky here. I'm going to be casting a 1 versus 1 between the blue Zerg player. Now I can't read, but I think his name is Czech Prime. I just said I can't read. I can't read Korean. I can read English. And I think his name is Czech Prime, and I think the Terran's player name is Ensnare from OGS. Let me know if you guys can read Korean. And I'm just going to call them the Zerg and Terran players because I'm looking at my list here and it has the colors messed up, and so I don't even know if the names are right. But regardless, this is another Korean replay of a Terran versus Zerg on the map Scrap Station. I know there's been a lot of Terran games lately, but just a lot of the games that have been sent to me and all that stuff have been with Terran inside of them. Do note that the Terran player is going to be doing a proxy here. This is very common, and the Zerg player is sending out his drone very early to go ahead and drone scout there. He actually sent that out extremely early, especially on this map because the travel distance is so long. But there is a very high chance for proxies on this map. And the thing for Terran players is they can either proxy it right here, they can proxy it right there, or they can proxy it up here or over here. So you really don't want to scout for it. You just want to scout all the way across their base and see if they're proxying. So it does look like the Zerg player is going to get up here and see, oh, there's some SCVs on gas. So I obviously know that there is going to be a proxy over here. At least that's what the Zerg player is saying. So he does know that there is going to be a tech lab somewhere on the map. This Overlord is going to spot it, but he already knows what's on the way. So he's going to throw down his spawning pool as soon as he can to try and deal with this. But the Reaper is going to be coming mighty fast as this tech add-on is almost completed. So that Reaper is just seconds away from being in his base. He realizes that, making as many drones as he can. But as soon as this finishes, he should have a queen on the way. A couple of queens are really what you need to defend this. And so as soon as that pops, he should have a queen. Oh, it's still not. I kind of built that up, the excitement-wise, a little bit too early there. So we are definitely going to see some uber cheese here from the Terran player. This is something that a lot of people have a very difficult time dealing with because you can get the Reapers, obviously, just by getting that add-on. If you think of StarCraft 1, you actually need to get an armory, or an academy, rather, to get medics and fire bats. But in StarCraft 2, you can get those units just with that one tech add-on, so you can get them very quickly. So the Reaper is here. The bunker now completed. Of course, you always make a bunker when you do these Reaper rushes. And the Reapers are extremely effective not only against the workers but also against the buildings. Not able to trap that Reaper there, unfortunately, with those Zerglings, so he is going to run into that bunker and should be able to do a lot of damage from here. He is in range of that supply depot, so he's just lobbing nades from inside that bunker, and he's going to try and force these to cancel once again, as Spine Crawlers do take quite a while to complete. Almost going to be killing it there, as it is very low on HP, down into the 20s, and that Reaper is at 25 HP, and he's going to get back in there, so you got to back his units up because you really can't kill that bunker, especially the positioning of the SCV there to repair it. And he will be doing a lot of damage to this building simply because of his great throwing arm there to go ahead and take that down. Now the Terran player finally got his orbital command up, which allows him to get that mule and allows his economy not to be too far behind the Zergs, because the Zerg is going to be forced to get Zerglings to try and hold this off. Now the spawning pool is almost dead, but the Zerg player has actually started making a hatchery in the main of the Terran player. Of course, the Terran player is going to have no idea about this. That's why the Zerg player continued to get so many drones. Now the Reapers are going to harass this. Now they'll be able to lob grenades very easily actually against this hatchery, so he has to position these defenses just perfect to try and defend it. But if you move the defenses out too much, then the drones aren't going to be defended, so more Reapers are on the way. Already got 2 queued up to try and continue this punishment, as they're actually even good against the Queen because you can micro them back and forth very easily. And it does look like the upgrade for the Reapers has completed, so these guys are going to be blistering fast. Blazingly fast, I guess, should be the correct word. And they are going to try and take out this hatchery. The hatchery at a little over half HP there, but more queens are on the way, as one has already completed. Trying to get just the perfect sweet spot for these spine crawlers. You don't want to get them too far out, but because then again it makes your drones completely vulnerable, doesn't defend your spawning pool. And this hatchery is now completed. Is he actually going to make a queen here? That should be a drone. Yes, it is indeed a drone, and I'm going to laugh if he makes a queen there, because then he could inject that larva, get a bunch more drones and Zerglings in that main. So for now, the Zerg player is just turtling as best he can, but there are 4 Reapers. One is almost dead. He's probably going to get taken out here with 9 HP, as they are going to run around here, try and do as much harassment as possible. A couple Zerglings are here to intercept it, and that Reaper doesn't quite make it out of there. But the Roach Warren is on the way, which the Terran player is going to spot. But can he even tell that this hatchery is here? He's just now catching a glimpse of that creep. The first drone is going to make a spine crawler. I don't think the Terran player has quite seen this himself, though. While it is in vision, he probably thinks he's completely owning the Zerg right now, as he is able to kill these drones and work on these queens as well. One Marine, not sure what he was doing. He's a splatter of blood now. And so the Zerg player able to get his Roach Warren completed. It looks like these Reapers are now retreating, but are they going to get here in time to prevent these 4 spine crawlers? There is a queen there. I said I would laugh, so ha ha ha. So there is a queen here going to be injecting larvae to try and get some roaches out, as well as some drones. And gonna continue making these spine crawlers. It does look like they'll complete before these Reapers can destroy them. But the starport has completed, so technically it is the Destiny Cloudfist build, because he did get 1 barracks, 1 factory, as well as the starport. So 2 Reapers, or 2 Roaches rather, here to hold back the Reapers, and it does look like the bunker has completed. But if he moves these spine crawlers over, which is exactly what he's doing, they are going to outrange that bunker actually by a great deal. I'm not sure if that is going to be in range. It should be pretty close though with the edge of that creep, especially if this queen plops down a creep tumor. It will definitely be in the way, and yes, it is in range of that bunker. So the 1 Roach does explode, but a couple SCVs are going to be vulnerable up here on the outer edge, and this Reaper trying his best to defend, but nothing good is going to come of it, as the Terran player now trying to get out of Banshee, but with another queen on the way, should be able to defend these spine crawlers. So this rush, man, this is what happens as the Roaches are getting taken out here by the Banshee, but there are going to be 2 queens here fairly shortly, and I really doubt he can afford to finish his cloaking early. He is just now starting it, so every shot he can get off on that Banshee will soften it up quite a bit. And there are actually quite a few SCVs over here, but is it going to be enough, as the Banshee cannot take on 2 queens? And the problem is that the queens and the Roaches can literally just attack. They can group up and just attack this expansion now. So now the Terran player is on the run, and there is an Evo chamber here, but is it going to be enough to... I don't even think there is a spore crawler on the way yet. So this is probably going to go unchecked. I'm not sure where the queens are at. There they are. They were down there for some reason. Not sure exactly what they were doing down there. Possibly a misclick, actually forcing the orbital command to lift off, as the queens did kind of put on the hurt. Now he is supply blocked, the Terran player that is, so he really cannot make any more Banshees. This is all he has got. So talk about turning around this cheese, as the spore crawler is now done. The orbital command's going to try and find a place to land. The only place he could land, though, would be... Oh, he leaves without any sort of GG. Usually Koreans are really, really nice, but you know what? If you're doing this kind of cheese and it backfires like this, I mean, come on. Man up and say GG. So great play there by our Zerg player. Let me know if I did mess up the names or not, but this game was very entertaining to watch, and he had more drones on the way, so would have had a huge economic advantage. The only option would be for the Terran player to land here, but then all he had to do was get a Nidus Worm, and that would have been it. So great play here by our Zerg player. Good to see a Terran cheese backfiring like that, as a lot of people are having trouble with those proxy Reapers. This was a very entertaining game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.